My name is Bernard Agulhas from the Independent Regulatory Board for Auditors. I'm going to talk about our current project on strengthening auditor independence. Maybe to start with a bit of background globally, you might be aware that there's been some business and audit failures again. And in terms of global developments, a lot of the oversight bodies and regulators globally have implemented processes to try and strengthen auditor independence. The presumption is always that when there is an audit failure, that it relates back to auditor independence. In South Africa, the board of the IRBA has decided to respond to the global developments, but we've also responded to the inspections report that was recently issued by the IRBA, in which 33% of our findings relate to ethical issues around independence of auditors. But the board's objectives go a lot further than just strengthening auditor independence. We also want to look at issues around transformation and the current concentration in the market of the big four global firms. On top of that, the major investor in South Africa, the Public Investment Commission, also has a strong perception that the period that auditors are with a company could start to impact on their independence. But their perceptions go further than just the auditor's independence. It also relates to the independence of the audit committee members. So we're looking at issues that go beyond the auditor relationship with a company, also looking at the relationships of audit committees and auditors. The RBA recently made it compulsory for all audit reports to disclose the audit tenure in their reports. And what we've picked up thus far is that some of the companies and their auditors have relationships going back to in excess of 70 years. In fact, the longest period that we've picked up so far is relationships between the auditor and the company of 91 years. And we'll see a lot more of these audit tenure periods when most of the listed companies' reports are issued late in the year, around August and September. The measures that the board have put forward are possibly mandatory audit firm rotation, mandate audit tendering, and joint audits. And the board will take a decision based on the information received from the consultation and from research that we have done. The board will take a decision at their July board meeting. After that, the board will possibly consult further on the implications of the measures that they will introduce, to hear from stakeholders how they'll be impacted. But ultimately, the board will keep in mind what they have to do to protect the public interests and to protect the interests of investors.